want to have lunch with me today. Wow.
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, beautifuls. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to Changeling. We are here about to learn who the Sentinels are, because they're being slayed by these ghosts. Oh, like they're basically like cryptics that work with the agency, but not really for it. Most of them aren't class 4, but still, understand humans enough to work with us. Class 4. You haven't read anything about the cryptic classifications yet? Not really. Basically, we're all classed in how well we fit into human society. It just kind of helps the agency keep accurate records. People like us are class 4. We're human or human-like. Enough we can fit into human society unnoticed. Class 3 cryptics usually can't fit in with humans either because of how they look or whatever other reason. But a lot of them have a mentality that lets them understand humans pretty well, so they help us out. You said they were sentinels. What exactly were they guarding? Oh man, that is a story and a half. We have time. So basically, class 5 cryptics are called ancients. They're old, powerful. Most of them don't get humans at all. Like these guys, to most of them, we're just ants. We barely rank on their radar, and if we do, it usually has food or playthings. Oh great, that sounds lovely. Yeah, we're talking old one type stuff here. Ancients live so long that sometimes they just get tired of existing. So they find a nice quiet place to curl up and go to sleep. And one of them is sleeping in Pine Hollow. Kind of. It was sleeping, and in the early 1900s, it woke up and kind of wreaked some havoc. Like serious havoc. Some random wizard that was passing by ended up sealing it down in one of the mines, which effectively ended the coal mine industry in slaughter. Whoa, I thought it had to do with the railroad not going through the town. Well, yeah, they had rerouted after this thing relocated a few mountains. Yeah, and that thing is still here? Yep, but its physical body is destroyed and it's sealed up, so it's kind of stuck in the mine. Can't really roam about anymore. But well, when you get isolated somewhere against your will, it tends to not make you happy. So it wants out. But it's pretty limited as to what it can do. I mean, most of the year it's inactive. Magic overflow tends to weaken the skill a little. Even then it can't get out. For a long time it could just sometimes send out illusions to lure people in, or use its powers in a really limited way. But a few years ago, it found a sort of crack in the seal, enough to let it send out a little piece of itself that, well, it went after someone. Trying to get a new physical form so it can leave. And yeah, that would be bad news. So they were guarding that. She must have seen the look on my face. Don't worry though, I mean, it's not really interested in average human. Average person, human or cryptic. I'm not worried. Who's worried? I was totally worried. Jeez. Anyway, the sentinels helped keep an eye on it. Chase down any drudges that escape. Drudges? Just what we call those servants it sends out. But now the sentinels are dead. Yeah, I can see why the agents are freaked out. When did that happen? Apparently over the weekend, but we didn't find out about it until later. Why don't they do something more permanent about it? I mean, come on. Do what? It took everything that wizard had just to seal it up. They've been trying to fix the cracks and can't find a wizard strong enough to do it. The only permanent solution would be to punch a hole through the divide and into some other realm and shove it in. Or just shove it into the divide itself. And there aren't many people around with that kind of power. Looks like this whole ghost drama turned out a lot more serious than guests originally thought. Yeah, but the weird thing is that they still can't figure out what's doing it. Based on the evidence, whatever killed the sentinels is the same thing taking out the other resident and haunts. And they don't think that the ancients, because that's the ancient, sorry, because there's no reason to simply destroy them. It would probably be eating them to gain power. They also don't think it's a human, which means some other kind of cryptic. Or another spirit. But why? Why would a spirit be killing other spirits, not feeding on them, just destroying them? Supernatural prejudice. A ghost that hates other ghosts? Yeah, it sounds pretty weird. Besides, you have to have serious grudge to go on a spree like this. Anyway, pretty much all resources are on the ghost thing now, so they got us interns pretty busy. Are we still on for this weekend? Definitely. Oh, okay, good. We split up at the school and I trudged to my locker. Allie hadn't been kidding when she said things got chaotic this time of year. Ghost serial killers, Cthulhu sleeping down in the mines. Jeez. I dug in my bag for the books I didn't need as I pulled open my locker, but it froze as I went to put them in. What the? My locker was a mess. It looked like someone had just gone through and trashed everything. My books had been flung around inside. My notebooks were scrunched up with pages ripped out. I dragged my hands down my face with a groan. Why me? It beat being attacked by ghosts in the wood, but still. Lifting a notebook by one corner, I inspected the damage. It was completely ruined. There go all my trick notes. I considered pitching it down the hall in frustration. What did this even mean? Random prank? Vengeance? There were definitely a few people who didn't like me. This is not my day. Glass in the toes, destroyed locker, and the most obvious culprit for both was the red-haired harbinger of doom who just happened to enter the hall from the other end right as I was discovering this mess. But I didn't want to start suspecting him, much less openly blaming him. He'd done that to me when I was to blame, and it sucked. I didn't want to do the same thing he'd done. I'm just glad my research journal was in there. I had no idea what I should do about this one, so I just shut the locker door. Not dealing with it right now. I'd worry about cleaning that up later. Shouldering my book bag, I headed up to the club room. I was nearly to the top landing when my foot caught on something, sending me staggering up the last view. I crashed face first into someone's chest. Oh! Hi, Corvin! Well, you okay? Corvin, I haven't seen him so long. But I haven't seen, Mark or Ewan at all this route. Or Elliot. I think we've seen Danny once. Wow, that was pretty impressive. Even I don't trip up the stairs. That's right, you're clumsy, I forgot. Heading to the club. Yeah, everything okay? It's all fine. You sure? You look, I don't know, out of the sorts? It's nothing. He leaned in closely, staring in my eyes. Really? I put my hands to fend him off. Corbin, can you please? Chico? Oh, thank goodness. Saved by William. I extricated myself from Corbin's grip and slipped past him. Thanks for catching me. He caught you? I tripped. Coming up the stairs. Just don't say that. William looked immediately concerned. It's not a big deal. Thanks, Cor. Hey, that's the first time you called me by my nickname, is it? I guess that means you're getting settled into the club. I had no idea how those two things were related. I guess so. Anyway, thanks again. See you in Trig. He waved, started down the stairs and immediately tripped. Laughing up at it sheepishly, he waved again before vanishing down the first landing. I sighed and continued on to the club room. Wow, this is even more beautiful music. Oh shit, sorry. William followed along beside me and we walked silently for a moment. Are you okay? Of course I am. Just lost my footing for a second. No big deal. And let's just not discuss the rest of my morning. William stopped and caught my jacket sleeve, causing me to halt as well. When I looked back at him, he was staring hard at the floor. Me, Chico? More like, William? Yeah? I wondered. I thought maybe, yes? His face was bright red as he looked up at me imploringly. Do you want to have lunch with me today? Wow! At the club? Since it's the club, it shouldn't be a problem. Oh, are you asking me to eat lunch with you? How cute. He was inviting me to have lunch with him. Really? That was so sweet. I really need to spend time studying? Who the fuck would say that to William? Huh? You're gonna say it to William? I'm gonna 1v1 you. 1v1v you. I'd love to. I couldn't keep the smile off my face. My cheeks heated slightly. I looked away. I might be reading way too much into it, but it made me really happy. It felt like maybe things had changed between us a little the past few days. I'd love to, actually. And being up in the club during lunch would give me some extra research time, too. I could definitely use that, especially given that it appeared I was still desperately trying to escape my room at night. I couldn't leave that situation unchecked, not to mention that brownie. Really? Oh, he's so cute. The red in his cheeks deepened, and if I wasn't mistaken, there was a tiny smile on his face. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm glad. Should we meet up there, or... Yeah, I'll buy us lunch, okay? Oh, no, you don't have to go that far. You don't have to. I want to, if you're okay with it. Oh, if you want to, then I guess I have to let you do that. Alright. That made it feel... I don't know. Having him buy lunch for us both made it feel a lot less like two friends just casually having lunch together. Even though that's basically what it was. I can give you money for my half? You don't have to do that? Okay, that sounds great. want, I can give you money for my half. William shook his head. You don't have to do that. I'll pay for it. You don't have to pay for my lunch. I know I don't have to, but just this one time, I want to do it. Is that okay? He gave me such a surprising, earnest look that I wouldn't have been able to say no even if I wanted to. Of course it's okay. Thank you. I don't know about that. Oh shit. Did I not save the point? Oh no, I did not. I didn't save to that. Oopsie. I thought I did. You don't have to do that. Is the music better here? You don't have to do that. I can always try to bring something up from the cafeteria. I don't mind doing it though. I know you've done so much for me that I hate making you buy me lunch. I haven't really done that much. Not true, but I want to. You've also done a lot for me, so I want to do this. Is it okay? I felt bad about it, but he seemed so earnest I couldn't bring myself to say no. I just nodded instead. Okay, just this once, but next time it's my treat. Okay. Was that better? I don't know. Okay, that sounds great. Normally I wouldn't have liked to have someone else pay for me, but it clearly took a lot of courage for him to even ask, and I wasn't about to shoot him down. Besides, it was kind of sweet that he wanted to treat me. If there was one bright spot in everything that had happened lately, it was William and being able to get to know him better. I smiled at him. Okay, that sounds great. Is there anything you like? I'm fine with pretty much anything. Okay, then I can get lunch from the murder. From off school grounds? Because it's easier to get there through the clubroom door. Really? No one has showed you yet. I shook my head, a definite no to that. Then again, there had kind of been a lot going on. I can show you if you want. Alright. Oh, okay, way better choice. Without thinking, I took his arm as we went to the rest of the way to the club together. He didn't pull away, and I caught the flash of a smile before he ducked his head down where I couldn't see. Oh, that was such a better choice. I was so relieved that the rest of my morning went better than the start of it. I cleaned my locker bit by bit during passing periods, but unfortunately, a lot of my class notes were beyond hope. I was going to have to get them from someone else. I was just glad none of my books were ruined. Those weren't cheap, but nothing else went wrong, so it was easy to dismiss it as a stupid prank. It wasn't like there weren't people at school who didn't like me. Spencer aside, there was also Kara. I like to think she was above vandalism and cheap bullying, but I really couldn't say anymore. Things have been pretty quiet on that front, but that didn't mean anything. Okay, I'm still good on time. Since nothing else happened though, I decided to let it go. Just this time. I didn't need something else to fret about. I already had way too much bearing down on me. At least having lunch with William finally gave me something I felt like I could look forward to. When I was finally released from the confines of chemistry, I dumped a few things, grabbed the last of the ripped paper and broken pencils, and helped straight up the club. Wait, what? I headed straight up to the club. I saw Danny right as I was passing the cafeteria. Hi, Danny. I was just talking about how I only saw you like maybe once. He waved slightly. Not having lunch today. Up in the club, actually. Wanted to get some reading in while I eat. Huh, how's your research going anyway? Haven't had a chance to focus on it, really. Yeah, I heard about, you know, the thing that happened recently. Huh? How? Who told you? He just laughed, leaning against the wall near the cafeteria door. Things have a way of getting around at the agency. It would be weirder if I didn't hear about it. We've been kicking around the woods to keep track of stuff, gates and other things that pop up this time of year. Philo's told us to keep an eye out for any suspicious people, if you know what I mean. Yeah, considering what happened, that seems a little dangerous. We always take either Corbin or Allie with us. They're good at self-defense. Still, that thing was... Don't worry, we haven't seen anything that resembles what you described. Could have just been something that was passing through. That doesn't make me feel better. Why do they have... I lowered my voice as a few students passed by, entering the cafeteria. Why do they have you guys working on something dangerous? Can't be helped. With the other case they have going and how badly understaffed they are, someone has to keep track of the gates and the drifters. I get that, but hey, don't worry about us. We've done this before. We'll be fine. Just take care of yourself. That was hard to do when I was worrying about everyone else, but I really was trying my best. Danny and I said our goodbyes. He went to the cafeteria and I towards the stairs and club room. And I took the stairs very carefully this time. No more tripping up them into Corbin's awkwardly awaiting arms for sure. William was already in the club room when I arrived, and there was a couple of white bags sitting on the coffee table. Let me get the door real quick. Okay, sorry. Got a package. But anyway, William was already in the club room when I arrived, and there were a couple of white bags sitting on the coffee table. I set my things down by the sofa and white bags. Oh, like like food bags? I usually thought they came in brown bags, but okay. I set my things down by the sofa and took a seat next to him. The bags had a familiar logo on them, the murder. I got Corbin to bring us something from the murder. I hope you like it. He sighed and fidgeted with the edge of his coat. He teased me a lot when he learned I was having lunch with you. Oh, that does sound like something Corbin would do. He doesn't mean anything by it. I know that. He's just that kind of guy, I guess. Lighthearted or whatever. I think that is the kind of person he tries to be anyway. I wasn't sure what he meant by that, but I still feel like he knew Corbin better than I did. This is where I'm gonna stop, just because I don't know how much I've recorded so far since I had to stop the recording. But does that actually mean Corbin isn't as the bubbly guy as we think he is? And that he's actually very serious and maybe dark? I don't know. But we're never gonna find out until we finish playing all these other routes. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
touch it,